just took a position long, a bounce off of this 15-minute BISI. We're targeting this 1-minute SIBI. Right over here. We could be targeting these highs, but we're content with just this 1-minute SIBI. Price just bounced off on the 1-minute chart. It's retesting right now. One contract, gold futures, April 2025. Contracts. Today is Friday, January 31st. Our stop loss is below the consequent encroachment of this green bullish candle. Once we go past this swing high, we'll be moving stop loss to break even. Just crossed. It's around the midway section, midway between this and this. In total here is 29, 28, let's say 28 points, say it's around 14 points. If we had taken more than one contract, this is where I would normally take, if it's 2 contracts, I would take 50% off, I'll take 1 contract off. If it's 3 contracts, I'll take 90%, or 2 out of 3 contracts. And okay, price trades down, takes us out. But this is, we could still go in again. Takes us out with no loss at all. We could still go in. We have here a market structure shift. Candle closes above the swing high. Put it be accurate. It actually does not close, but kind of hits it. But then we know for a fact the price wants to go higher. Maybe moving the stop loss to break even prematurely wasn't the best of ideas, but we could still go in and target these highs again. We are confident that price wants to reach for that minimum, that 1-minute SIBI. I would say it wants to take out these highs over here. Check out our 15-minute candle. 15-minute candle. It's already bouncing off of the 15-minute BISI right here, just for added confluence and confirmation. We're trying to basically facing resistance at this 1-minute SIBI. I'm going to move because I don't trust it. I'm going to move my stop loss there just in case. Yeah. So facing resistance here, it's the candles are closing below the consequent encroachment. I believe that this won't hold. I think it will go up here, but because I'm not so confident, then that it may go up here, because it shouldn't have to really. I mean, it is not absolutely necessary. If we take the yeah, basically 50, we're in discount still, so price should be looking to go higher. But it may face some resistance over here, and it just basically go around the consequent encroachment, or the equilibrium, sorry. So far, these candles are showing signs of wanting to go lower. But I still have conviction that price wants to go higher to tap into this 1-minute SIBI, and honestly even more to go and take out the highs resting above here. Price did just on the 15-minute sweep buy side liquidity resting above previous day high and above the 15-minute buy side liquidity on the 15-minute chart. So normally in this case we'd be looking for a displacement to the downside, which we have here, and a 15-minute and a 1-minute SIBI, and we have multiple 1-minute SIBIs here, one here. So typically price would want to trade back into it and then trade back down and disrespect this 15-minute BISI. So if that actually happens, then we will be changing our intraday bias to go lower, and in that case we would be targeting these lows, and ultimately this 15-minute BISI, where price may tap into and bounce off of. So now price is showing willingness to go higher. We're not going to take a long trade anymore. You see, it's closed above the consequent encroachment of this. Let me take this out, and we're just want to make sure that it taps into this fair value gap here. We have multiple fair value gaps here, but I believe it should not go higher than this, unless it wants to take out buy side liquidity again and then bounce back to the downside. So 15 minutes. Okay, it's okay. We finished. 15-minute candle is closed, showing bullish. Let me just see here the consequent encroachment level. Where are we? Closed above it, so I believe we're gonna go higher, at least to touch this. If not, if we get another bearish candle, if a second bearish candle closes outside of this 1 minute CB, then we'll change our intraday directional bias and we'll go short and we'll target these lows here. Or maybe we'll take two contracts, target these lows over here. Ultimately, this would be the ultimate target over here. These are relative equal lows, but ultimately this 15-minute BISI where price should see what this would give us over here. Put our stop loss above the This is a classic. I mean, if it trades down, it'll be a classic ICT 2022 mentorship. Just a typical setup, which is the setup that I use every single time. Every single time, because it repeats. I'm in short, change of intraday directional bias, sticking to based on sweep of buy side liquidity, sweep of previous day high, adding conviction, confirmation, and ended with 1 minute city after the displacement. Price normally trades back into the city before trading lower. Now we don't want to see these highs taken out anymore. If these highs were taken out, then price does want to reach for this 1 minute CB, which sits in premium, which is fair enough. Then we would take this loss and then enter again once it taps into this 1 minute CB and rejects it. It's 10:50. We got a macro. See, what we want to see right now is real quick movement into the downside, taking out these relative equal lows. Once these equal lows are taken out, price closes below this 15-minute BISI or outside it on the 1 minute chart, we would want to wait and see price trade back into it, maybe trade back into this 1 minute CB or this 1 minute BISI here, tap into it as an inverse fair value gap, and then trade lower. I may add right over here just to trade lower, taking out these lows. I may take profit at 12 a.m. level, 8:30 a.m. level, or keep it running till the 15-minute BISI. See, we like to see all these multiple candles. It's even just all various entry opportunities, and all of them, apart from a couple over here, close below the consequent encroachment, and most of them close even outside or below the 1 minute CB. And this big bearish candle shows even more confirmation that price really wants to plunge down. I mean, we could take an incredible trade all the way down here or down here, but as I said earlier, I'm content with this much over here. So we're talking about, just to give you an idea, yeah, almost, well, 1 to 1.78. Just let's just say 1 to 1 risk to reward ratio, or almost 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio. Should be enough. This is just enough. These values here, we're not looking for thousands. These values here is what ICT refers to as your bread and butter. At this point, I don't want to see it go back up to this 1 minute CB. I want to move my stop loss to break even, because if it goes back up again, then I could re-enter or just basically completely desist to re-enter this trade so far. So now there is nothing wrong, just for those of you who are just wondering why, so you're changing bias, are you guessing? No. Intraday, I normally trade without bias. This is just for everybody who's ever watching. I trade without bias. I trade using the ICT 2022 mentorship model, and I add to it, or I don't even add to it, but this is something that I look for, these 15-minute BISIs and CIVIs. I've noticed the price, these are points of interest where price actually does bounce off of, or when it disrespects it, it retraces back into it, and then goes continues, basically goes into continuation. I'm going to go ahead and move my TP to this low here, just a slight alteration here. Okay, I'm satisfied with this. So yeah, this is typical buy side liquidity sweep, displacement, fair value gap, tap into retrace back into the fair value gap, show some kind of rejection as it did here with multiple candles, and then boom, trade down. Like I said, I would expect this candle, this 15-minute BC, to be disrespected, price to trade below it, close below it on the 1 minute, and then retrace back into it, and there will be a 1 minute 1 minute CB overlapping to add confluence and confirmation. We'll tap both into the 15-minute BC and the 1 minute CB, and this 15-minute BC becomes an inverse 15-minute fair value gap, and the 1 minute CB is a 1 minute CB, where price trades back into it, and boom, I would expect it to trade all the way down here, or at least below this swing low that started the move up between 9:30 and 10 a.m. New York time. I'm satisfied with this piece of profits. Barely misses it, and there we go. TP hit. I couldn't really say more about this trade. I mean, it is as clear as a whistle. If you have any comments, do leave them in the comment section. If you enjoy this video, like, subscribe for more videos like this. I don't trade on a daily basis, but whenever I do, I will be recording my videos live. I won't be live streaming. I used to live stream, but it kind of gave me, it just caused basically a lot of distraction with live streaming for whatever reason. I don't know. I think maybe I'm not ready for it. I would love to do it again, but in the meantime, I will be recording as I am executing my trades live and then posting them on YouTube. My social media basically is mostly Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram. Hope you find this useful. Till next time, take care. We're in again just to show you basically this is a follow-up video of another entry, same directional bias after the sweep of buy-side liquidity on the 15-minute chart, and the displacement, the formation of a bearish fair value gap where we entered somewhere around here, and we took, if I remember very well, we entered around here, and I think we took, if you go back to the video, you'll see it, we took our take profit at this fair value gap 15-minute BC, and then price continued to trade down. Of course, it retraced as I was expected, because price, if you remember, I was saying that if on the 1 minute chart price closes below the 15-minute BC, then it will trade back up, seeking a 1 minute CB to bounce off and trade lower, basically disrespecting this 15-minute BC to go lower, seeking ultimately this 15-minute bullish fair value gap. So we took a trade, profitable trade earlier. I think it was around 255 US dollars, and I went in again because I want to show you how this pans out to go all the way to this 15-minute fair value gap, bullish fair value gap, or at least where I have my take profit right here at these next swing low, where sell side liquidity should be resting below these lows. So right now we're in the trade. We're in a little bit of a drawdown. I don't expect price. It may tap into the 15-minute BISI again, and also this 1-minute SIBI as it did over here, and then basically giving us, if we would want to re-enter or take another contract, bearish short contract, we could. I'm not interested in that at the moment. I just want to see this one single contract trade down, take inside the sell side liquidity here, and ultimately this swing low, and finally tap into this 15-minute BISI, where I believe is the draw on liquidity. We're 15 minutes to midday, that is New York lunch hour. I'd like to see this by midday, within the next 15 minutes, basically, at least hit our TP, which rests at below these swing lows over here. So let's watch this and how this plans out. Just want to show you how, after the sweep of the buy side liquidity on the 15-minute chart and previous day high over here, and then displacement, displacement causing market structure shift, creating a 1-minute bearish fair value gap, in this case multiple fair value gaps. There's one here and there's one here, and it doesn't necessarily have to go up to this one. Take the lower hanging fruit. So it does show multiple rejections and signs that it does want to trade lower off of this 1-minute SIBI, and most of the body is closing outside, displaces further on the 1 minute, forms another 1-minute SIBI, trades back into it. We took our trade off right over here, actually, where our stop loss is currently, and then price trades off, bounces off this, shows again multiple rejection, all the bodies closing below consequent encroachment and below the 1-minute SIBI, and then boom, we missed the trade because I wasn't near my computer, and then again now another displacement on the 1 minute, market structure shift. There's this here would be, this would be a bearish order block. I don't trade order blocks normally, to be honest. I don't quite, not really good at spotting them at all. I'm gonna go ahead and move my stop loss lower to break even, and let's hope it does not retrace and take us out. So let me put this over here just so I can see the numbers. And so this basically, displacement, this would be a market structure shift, also a bearish order block, forms another 1-minute SIBI, price trades back into it typically as it did up here, and doing it again, showing further willingness to continue, and this ultimate draw on liquidity, resting at this 15-minute bullish fair value gap, or BISI. And so price taps into this, trades lower, trades higher into a 1-minute SIBI again, and taps into the bearish order block before rejecting it. This long wick here showing great sign of rejection, and then boom, boom, two big bearish candles to the downside. There's a volume imbalance right here, forming a volume imbalance right here. Price trades into it. I don't really trust volume imbalances, but I'm just going to put it out here just for your reference. This is a volume imbalance on the 1 minute. Price is tapping right into it right now. Just bring it over here, just so you can visually see. There's another volume imbalance up here. It may trade back into it. We also have, after this displacement here, we also have this 1 minute, another 1-minute SIBI, where price may tap into it before trading lower. 1-minute SIBI, let's put that right here. I didn't, but right now it seems to be bouncing off of the volume imbalance. We are $200+ up. Our stop loss is at 0 risk, risk-free that is, and our take profit is below these lows, even though I do have strong conviction that price will be drawn to this 15-minute BISI, but I feel content to take profit at this level right here. Another reason why this is giving me conviction, because it will bounce up and I don't want to be here forever. You see this here? This, we're going to include the volume imbalance over here. This is a 1-minute BISI. So actually, now that I see this 1-minute BISI, see this 1-minute BISI formed here after this market structure shift over here, price goes up and then trades back into it before, look at that great move up. I mean, this is a trade that I missed because I wasn't trading earlier. So you see this? I'm gonna actually go ahead and move my stop take profit to this level over here. I want to take it off at this 1-minute BISI. I'm content, perfectly content with this level over here. See, this is just an additional conviction. First of all, we got sell side liquidity resting below these lows, and we have right above them, or overlapping almost a 1 minute BISI, where price would normally bounce off or reject, as it is actually doing as we're recording this this trade live execution. So this is it does not mean that price was going to bounce off and then go the other direction. It may go touch this 1 minute SIBI and then boom, trade down, disrespect this 1 minute, and then ultimately reach for 15-minute BISI down here, because that is the draw on liquidity, in my opinion. I'm going to go ahead and close this trade as it is. I'm content. I mean, a couple of points here and there won't make a difference. Just wanted to basically show you a continuation of the trade taken earlier. I will post this video together with that other video, just to basically so you can get the whole story from A to Z, starting from the buy side liquidity sweep on the 50-minute chart, and together with the previous day high sweep. We took a small trade here on $255, and another trade here, I think it was around $300, where we did make adjustments on our TP from down here to up here, and then slightly on the upper level of this 1 minute BISI, and I think we took it at the close of this bullish candle, and I am still convinced price is going to boom, be drawn to here, and even maybe even lower, going as far as these equal lows, or these relatively equal lows. I would say most likely we're going to see a bounce off of this 15-minute BISI. That's where I have my ultimate sell side liquidity, off of the 15-minute chart. So basically that's it. Kind of like this is a bearish or a short maker, market maker model, after this move upside, where you have these multiple BISIs which were tested multiple times, and then on the way down to where it initially started, specifically as of 8:30 news, high impact news, represented by this red dotted line, going up, and then after 9:30, that is New York market open, manipulation to the downside, testing what? The 1 minute BISI we talked about earlier. Why after this displacement? You see, this is what happened. Sell side liquidity sweep over here between 8:30 and 9:30. Prior to 9:30, price displaces up to the upside. This is a market structure shift over here, and forms a fair value gap, forms another fair value gap. Disrespects this one, comes down all the way to this one, resting. Let me see this, just to show you, also to include a little bit of more PD arrays. Also, this is because this is in discount, a PD array, the one minute BISI. So this is also in discount PD array. Price decides to choose this one, the algorithm, and then boom, between 9:30 and exactly 9:48, price just basically starts to impulsively move to the upside. Unfortunately, we missed out on straight, but after the buy side liquidity sweep and previous day high sweep, we boom, trade down, displacement, market structure shift, fair value gap. Basically, the checklist of the typical ICT 2022 mentorship model, which is the only pretty much model that I use in my trade whenever I do trades. I do not trade on a daily basis, but when I do take trades, when they're just very, very clear and they check every single box of my setup, and that's why I take my entries. Today, 2 trades, very content, 3 days in a row, 3 profitable, 3 days in a row, 4 profitable trades. Basically, that was it. Let me know if you find this useful. Please do leave questions, comments down below. And if you did find this useful, please consider liking this video, subscribing for more videos like this. Till next time, take care.